This is the 4-3 review. Calculators are allowed, though you won't need them. And it's the number 10 free response. So there's a lot of stuff in this free response. We have 5 different parts. And if we look at what's given to us, we're given information about an f and some derivatives at 0. And we're then given information about another function g that is created using f and f's derivative. So other than that, we don't know anything about f beyond what occurs at the point 0. So our first job is to write an equation of a tangent line to the graph of f. So in order to write equations of lines, we need a point and we need a slope. So that means buried back in what's given to us, we have enough information to write down a slope and a point. So the point is given to us in disguise here as 0, 2, because when I plugged 0 into f, I got 2 out. The slope is the derivative of f evaluated at the point, so it's given to us as well. And our job is to just write the equation of the line. So that will be y equals the slope times x minus the x coordinate plus the y coordinate. You get 1 point for doing that correctly. Pretty straightforward. Part B says, is there sufficient information to determine whether or not the graph of f has a point of inflection? And we have to explain the answer. So what I'm going to be looking for here is whether you know the criteria for being a point of inflection. The first thing that has to happen, and we want x to be 0, so we can say x equals 0 is a point of inflection if f prime of 0 exists, if f double prime of 0 is 0 or undefined, or if f double prime of 0 changes sign. I guess we should say f double prime of x. I keep doing that. Changes sign at x equals 0. So first thing we've got, f prime of 0 exists. Well, coming up here we can see that f prime of 0 is 4. So yep, it exists. It's equal to 4. The next thing is to figure out whether f double prime exists, or excuse me, is 0 or undefined. So we look here and we see that f double prime of 0 is 0 or undefined. So yep, that worked. And then we look to see whether or not f double prime of x changes sign. Well, we have no information about what's happening on f beyond the point 0, 2. So we know the slope and the concavity at that point, but that's all we know. We don't know what's happening prior to that point. We don't know what's happening after that point. So on this part, we don't know. Because we don't know, that means there is not enough information. So the question was, is there sufficient information? We write no. There is not sufficient information. And the reason is because we don't know if f double prime changes sign at x equals 0. So that's going to be 2 points. You get 1 point for actually writing the word no, and you get the second point for giving me the reason. So we'll be looking for whether you know what's required in order to be a point of inflection.